Okay, I think we're live now. Let me bring this up because this was a question yesterday and then we'll start. Somebody was asking yesterday. Good afternoon, traders, and good afternoon to all the YouTube viewers as well. Glad to see all of you here again today. As usual, we will go through the account and then we will take trades. And remember, we only have 2 hours here. That doesn't mean that all the trade I take, you will see me taking them in here. It doesn't mean I don't trade, right? You keep track of the account. You will see it's growing in front of your eyes. One guy was asking a question on YouTube. He said, I don't know how your account is growing because every time I look at it, I'm seeing red, negative in the trades. Well, I'm going to show you that and explain that today because I think, there are traders of different level of ability and knowledge here. So we'll have to explain to them. And one trader was asking also, where are you guys chatting? Right? Like, how are the people asking you a question? Well, you should know. You should come to this side. This Pro Wave Trader is mine. Let me just get it. Pro Wave Trader is mine. You will see my photograph. Not only that, remember there are people already kind of, copying me and they're creating false. A lot of Pro Wave sites were created, especially on Facebook, and they removed a lot of them. There might still be 1 or 2 circulating there. You will see it attached to the site panel. And then you can see that there is a lot of activities going on here. You will see they can use my photograph too. So you will see a lot of activities and you will see how many people is on the site, right? If you see that it's an empty one, it's not me. So you will know this is me because everything is here. All my videos and everything are here. It's for a long time. This is an old one. So you would know it's mine. So you can go here and you should set it to send you notification when I post anything. If you notice here, I'm not a guy who's going to post a lot of things. Everything you see here is either the webinar or a link to the webinar, right? Nothing else. You will see only the webinars and link to the webinars, right? You wouldn't find, I don't post anything here. I'm not busy in social sites doing crazy stuff. I don't have the time. So basically you can come, follow, like, set for notification, because if I post something in here, you want the notification. It's something very good, either a chart or, I'm doing this, or there's a free webinar coming up or whatever, right? So you follow, and then all the links will be, I will pin them to the top. So this one is the important one. This week it's pinned to the top. The one we were using that is for 3 months, it's not pinned to the top. So it's somewhere at the bottom. I'll have to find it. I'll repost it and I'll pin it to the top again. That's for the live webinars we do every Sunday, right? So great. You know where to find me. Everybody should follow me there, so we wouldn't have that issue anymore, right? Second thing, let's start with the account as usual. Again, so as you can see from yesterday to now, I'm still in these long-term trades. That has not changed. Euro, CAD, Aussie, and new trades you can see. These are new trades. Pound Swiss, new trade. Yen, I closed and reopened yen. I will show that trade too. We'll tell you about that. I took the Swiss sell. I took an Pound Aus buy that I closed. I took a New Zealand buy that I closed. I took an Aussie buy that the Aussie trade, I actually closed the Aussie trade at the top there. I'll explain where and when and how I close it. And I'm in the Euro New Zealand, Euro yen buy. So you see, I'm trading. I'm actively trading all the time. So let's look at them. Let's start with the ones I closed first. New Zealand. Let's start with the top, Aussie. So what is the Aussie trade? And where was I expecting to know? Why did I close it? So remember I said, when I took the trade from this pattern here, right? My first trade was this. I closed that because I know they will correct. They correct, and I got in this trade. I got in somewhere here. So I was a little upside down, and then it went, I got in with the tag there. So I was upside down and then went profit and then came back upside down. I still leave it because this is not a structural change. But when they did this morning, that's structural change. Now, we're not discussing what structure I'm looking at, how I look at patterns, why that, right? But I'm telling you, when that happened, it tells me immediately, okay, you got to be careful. You got to get out of this trade. It's not doing what I wanted it to do. I didn't want it to do this. I want this to take off and break the top. If it breaks the top and pull back, I will stay in the trade. But because they didn't do that and they pull back, I'm out of that trade. Now, why and all of that is a long story. That's a 6-week story. So we don't have 6 weeks here for me to tell you that. What I did is I exited the trade exactly at the top here, right? So I exited the top. It went a little more and it's come back. So if they make a consolidation here today, I will re-enter the trade. If I don't get that consolidation, there's a good chance I may get a sell setup back to this low. And don't ask me why that is going to happen now here, because like I said, no time to explain that here, right? That's why I exit that one. New Zealand, why did I take the New Zealand and why did I exit? So I look at New Zealand this morning and it was somewhere at the bottom here. And I look at this pattern and I said, I like it. So I took the trade somewhere here. It went in profit, came down, went in profit, came back. And when it went up in profit again, I realized that this is going sideways. So what I did is I closed the trade there. They spiked up and they're coming back, which means this pattern was correct, but it wasn't going the way I expected to go, so I closed the trade. This still has a probability of making one down. So if you look at the pattern as it is right now, I think I did the right thing, because if I'm looking at something like this, I'm expecting them to do this and then probably go back up. I'm still looking for that big move to the upside, but this one is not showing me as if it's going to make that big move. So I believe there's a very good chance that they will probably do this and then do that. I'm still looking for that trade. If for whatever reason they consolidate here, if for whatever reason they consolidated in this area, we will look for this trade to the upside here, right? We would look for that trade to the upside. So let's see if we get that trade to the upside today. This is one. The second trade I was in, that is the Aussie, the New Zealand, Pong Aus. So Pong Aus, I think all of you know we were looking for the buy. Why did I take it and I exit? Let's look at Pong Aus. So Pong Aus structure, it didn't change the bigger structure, but it was something internally that you need to see. I don't know how many of you would see it. So we wanted it to break this low. So they broke the low and they were going up, and they started to go up and it became a consolidation. Well, not so much of a sharp move. And I will look at the pattern and I said, you know, that looks very much like they're going to come and tag this low now. They have to come and tag that low, because that will complete the new structure that it created in the same downside, right? So we got it. It came to this level and I took the trade. Somewhere in here I took it, because I thought I saw internally there was a, you had this flag. It was a break of this flag here. It was a break of this flag. Somewhere here I took the trade and it went up. Once it breaks this top, I closed the trade here. In any case, I would have closed it now anywhere, right? So I closed it. Why did I close it? Because this starts to look to me like a flat that needs to come back, tag this low, and then go back up. So I'm still expecting one more down, tag this low now. The second low, I'll take off the first one. I'm expecting this to come back, tag the second low, and then start the correction. This thing it's still going to do two things, right? We're still, remember those little trades are the bottom there, right? So $2,000 is not what I trade for. That's like a break-even trade. That was just, it's there, and I decided I'm going to take it because nothing else to do, right? So this thing should still finish this down move, and then it has to tell us whether it's going to turn to the upside and go, or whether they're going to consolidate here. Because a consolidation here will confirm total downside, and we would look at that pattern as a leading diagonal. Now, all of that could change, but with what I have now, this is how wave analysis works. And forget about anything else you learn. I got a lot of questions on Facebook and on private message on Facebook and on Skype asking me, what are you doing? Is it Elliott Wave? Is it, maybe there's some new people in here who don't know me, whether it's Elliott Wave, whether it's, I think somebody was asking some kind of other wave stuff. I don't know. It's wave analysis. You're looking at waves and you're trying to identify these patterns. And remember, patterns are not fixed. The market is not a fixed thing. It's dynamic. It changes. And the pattern you're looking at, right? With what I have here, I have to make a forecast of what this is going to do, right? I have to decide what is that and what it can do. Now, what I have here might change within the next couple hours. And the change that is going to add to it, if I think this is going to go up here and I see something start to do like that, guess what? My views on what this pattern, all of this here can do now has just changed, right? And that happens. It's not every time. It's not like every time you do it, it's changing, it's changing, it's changing. Most time, the places you're looking for your entry, the trading side of it, is pretty safe there, because even if I'm looking for a big move up, I still have to wait for my strategy to kick in, which means I still have to see the necessary things I need to get before I can actually take the trade. And when all of that happened and I take the trade, I wait to see whether they're playing out well. If at some point it's going my way, but it's not going the way I expect it to do, what I do is I exit the trade. If it goes my way, then great, I just move my stop. If it goes my way and then it's stop and it's changing structure, it's not going that, it starts to do something else. Remember, the market is not going to do what I want it to do. The market is going to do what it has to do. My job is to read it constantly. Never stop reading what it's doing. Take all the pieces, put it together. Okay, what you saw there was this piece, and then you add this piece. Oh, it's no longer that, right? So I saw 4 wheels. I saw 2 wheels. I thought maybe it's a 2-wheel vehicle, and then I saw a 3rd wheel, and then I saw 4. Oh, it's a 4-wheel vehicle, right? So as you see the development, you make, and you keep making your assessment of what is going to be, and that's a good thing. Every time you do that, you get a trade, right? Every time you do that, you get another trade. It could be a short-term trade, it could be a long-term trade, but you get another trade and you trade, right? You may get it wrong sometime, it goes against you, that's no big deal. Don't freak out. look at the bigger structure of the market, and you make the decision what to do, right? So that was what I did. This was a small trade. I knew that was a small trade. That's what I get rid of, because it's a big trade that I'm looking for. It's not ready to as yet. When that trade is ready, I'll take it and stay with it. So now we have to wait, right? Let's go. The next one. What are the trades I was in? So we looked at Aussie, we look at Pound, we look at New Zealand, Pound Oz, we look at New Zealand, we look at the Euro Yen. Why did I take the Euro Yen trade? So let's look at the Euro Yen trade, and then we're going to go. I think I showed everybody that Euro Yen trade yesterday. All of you saw, I told you what I'm expecting it to do. I actually showed you a similar pattern here, and I said I'm expecting this to come back here. And then I'm expecting to go to this top, and then I expect them to go down, right? This is what I expect the market to do. I'm looking at the patterns that previously the market has done and drop. And I'm looking at this and said, okay, they're probably doing the same thing. And they'll come here and then they'll drop. See, it's pretty easy. I look at what it did and I said, oh, I've seen that. They're probably doing the same thing. So if they're doing the same thing, I should take the trade. That's it. It's that simple. I took this trade here and I'm in that trade. That is a trade is a couple thousand now. It's 2005 or something like that. But I wanted to break this top and come here. When they break that top, if I see they're taking off like a rocket, I stay with the trade. Can they take off like a rocket from this point? Absolutely. We have a structure that is completed already. We have 1, 2, 3. This could go. Is it going to go? I have to be aware. Is there another pattern that says, no, it might not go? I'm looking at everything in the charts and I'm thinking, is there another pattern? And yes, there is another pattern that says they can come here and then go, right? They will still go on the bigger picture, but this pattern here is either it's complete with 3 waves and it's going, or it's going to make 5 waves and then go. So at this point here, I'll be careful. I'll either take off the trade or move my stops. I'll watch to see if they're going up, or if they're going down, I will be in the sell. If they're going up, I'll wait for same thing, wait for my entry point and get into the trade to the upside, right? So at that point, something is going to happen that will trigger me a trade either to the downside or to the upside. I really don't care which side, right? I'm not telling the market where it has to go. I'm reading what the market is doing on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, constantly, all the time, once I'm trading, and see if there's a trade set up for me, right? It's that simple. It's not very difficult. That's the whole idea. And that's what we teach you to do all the time, so that you can keep doing that until you get very good at it. This is a good trade. Let's see how it goes, right? So far, I'm still in this, right? Because there is no change in this market for me to close it. There's no structural change to close it. It's going very good. Trades that I'm in all the time. Oh, Pound Swiss, I took the Pound Swiss. So let's see. I didn't take it. I was in the Pound Swiss already from yesterday. I didn't close it. Pound Swiss did this. Let me show you something. I could have closed it for break even. And I decided I'm not going to do that because I decided against it. I'll stay in it for one specific reason. When this came back here, I had break even at this level, but there was a chance that this could have broken out or they will go retest the top. I knew both of those. And you see, I have the line there. And I said, even if they retest the top, will that give me a structural change? And the answer was no. I don't see a structural change by breaking that up. This will still probably come down here. So I'm still expecting it to come back to this level. And I'm going to sleep now. So I thought to myself, you're going to sleep. What if during the night they just spike, break the top and start to fall, and you come back tomorrow, you close the trade here, and it's here by the time you get up, it's at the bottom there. What would you do? Probably be a little angry, right? That I messed it up. So I just decided, you know what? Can I handle the risk if it comes to the top? Yes. Leave the trade and walk away, right? Maybe I don't cry, but maybe yes, that's a possibility. But basically, you know, I decided, here's the question. Can I handle the risk if it goes there? Yes. Okay, then let it go. That's it, because I don't know what it's going to do during the night. I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be in the Asian session, and I'll miss a lot of sessions until I wake up. And then when I wake up, it's going up. I actually didn't go up immediately. It was here, and I saw it, and I was like, let it go, right? It's not a big deal. I'm still looking for this to come down. And I might even get a better trade if I get a setup from here and I see that there's a good trade from there. I might take a second trade onto that. That will be a separate trade, but a second trade. So this is looking pretty much sideways. Structural change in this long term, I don't see. I don't see this breaking and taking off to the upside long term, because we're in this whole consolidation zone, right? I don't think this is ready to go to the top there, because even if they're going to go, they will have to make some kind of a correction here. And this would be my exit strategy. That would be a deeper correction. It's going to be my exit strategy. I don't see that possibility happening, right? There are many reasons why, but I don't see it happening right now. And if I don't see it, I could be wrong, but I don't see it, then it's okay with me. Let's go. What are the trades we're in? That is for those trades. For the Euro CAD, I'm in the Euro CAD still. I've showed you that many times. It's not a big deal. It's a long-term trade. So let's go back to Euro CAD. Euro CAD could possibly even go back all the way to the top there. Right, I got tagged in the sell somewhere in here. It never came back to break even, so I'm not worried. I don't think this will come back to break even. There is a rare chance that this was going to come here, make this move, and then go. There is one very rare chance, but it's possible. If they do that, I'll close the break even. If they break this structure, if they break out and pull back, I would buy this piece here. Not to hedge that trade. This is a separate trade of its own. I would buy this piece. I may even got more than one trade going up here. Depends on how they go. And from the top here, I'll be looking to sell it. And that trade will just stay where it is, right? Because that trade will not affect my trading account. Why am I not closing that trade? Because there's no need to close it. It's still going to go back. I can close it now, take the loss, but it doesn't make a difference. It's still, my long-term is still downside. So I can just ignore that and keep trading, keep doing what I'm doing, keep building the account. And that will eventually come to its own set. I can take the loss if the loss is very small and I see it and I don't like it. I think structurally they may not come back. I take the loss. I do close trade for losses. As you can see, I close about 6 trades sometimes a day. If there isn't a structural support to the trade I'm in, I'm out of the trade. On the Pong, let's go. I know what I'm in. I'm in Pong CAD. Let's go to the Pong CAD and see what the Pong CAD is doing. So for you guys, what Pong CAD is doing, you can see it's breaking. Same thing. I expect Pong CAD to at least come back to this area. I don't think they're going to go way to the top, but at least to that area. So what would it have been a good idea to buy the Pong CAD here? Probably, but at that time I was in the Pong Oz. So if I bought the Pong Oz, I can't go buy the Pong CAD too. That would be the same risk if it's a Pong moving. Now this piece here that is going up, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, they broke this structure. When they broke it, they took off. They make a consolidation go. This is not going as aggressive that. So I will expect a consolidation somewhere here. And if I get that consolidation, I'm going to trade to the upside. Right? If I don't get that consolidation, then I'm not taking any trades to the upside. Because just breaking out of this structure here does not mean it's going up now. But I really think they're going to go up. And they didn't break the low, which is very good. So they'll come back to this top and then drop. We might get a trade. Might or might not get it this week with you guys. If they start to consolidate, that will take a long time. So the trade to the upside, we might not get here, not this week. I'm expecting a consolidation there. So let them make that consolidation. And if they do it, if they finish the consolidation by today, tomorrow, we might get a trade, right? Good. Next one, let's go. We have the Punk at silver. So let's see what happens to silver and what did I do with silver. So silver, it's kind of like silver, what I did, I remember I closed the previous trade. So when they came to this level here, I was pretty sure that they're probably making a running flat. So my thought process, if they're making a running flat, I need to get in the trade. So I bought silver here. And it started to drop. See that? Well, I said, okay, leave it alone. If this is my first impulse down, they have to correct before they go back down. So when they corrected and I got positive, I closed the trade. So let me show you that trade. Silver trade. I took it. And when they corrected and I got close to positive, I closed the trade. I could have actually waited and got some profit out of it. But that is not my trade. The strategy has changed. That's a different trade. So I closed this trade for break even, and that's wonderful. Once I got break even of a trade when I'm wrong on a trade and I get break even, I'm pretty happy about it. So that makes a good trade. And now silver is going to, this is a long-term one. All my silver trades are long-term. But if I see that in the shorter term, it's not going, I keep opening and closing trades and then I leave one for long-term. So I always want to be in a silver trade. So is it going to be a possible sell today? It's a sharp move up. If you look at it, even on the 15, it's a very sharp move up. So I wouldn't jump into sell here immediately, right? Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. Let me just get some water. Okay, we're back. So this one here, right? If I'm going to sell anything, I would wait for them to make a correction here. This is not a correction. That's just one move up. If they make a flag here, then then you can get a sell setup. Would I sell it? No. What would I do is I'll wait for them to go down and buy more. And that is what I will do with this trade. So I think I've gone through all my trades. Let's see. Somebody was asking about platinum, I think. You guys probably want to keep your question to the end, but the platinum trade, we discussed it yesterday already. And I think you guys saw the close. So if you didn't see it, then let me show you what I did with it, right? So remember when we were in, it was going up. Again, if the trade is not doing what I expected to do based on the strategy I'm taking. Remember when I took that entry there, I said I want this to go down. They made a correction. I lived through the correction. I wanted to go down. But when they start to pull back and break this top, that's it. I told you, if they break the top, when they pull back, I take out for break even. And that's exactly what I did. When this pulled back, I took it off for break even. As a matter of fact, it dropped after that. But that's not my problem, right? Because the strategy of which I was taking that short-term trade with did not work the way I wanted. So for me, that's a wrong trade. That's a trade that didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I need to get out for the minimum possible loss. Like I did with a few, like I did with the pound loss today. I got out for profit and that's it. If it goes anywhere more, that's a whole different thing. My thing is what do I see and what is my analysis telling me and what is the strategy for this specific trade, right? So I got out and then it fell and I'm like, okay, good, let it fall. Now if they make a consolidation and they're consolidating here, you can see this. I expect this to go up a little here. And then if they come back down, this would be a trade for me, right? Not this little one here, but if they come back down, that would be a next trade, something like this. I would go for that trade again, right? Because it's moving really smooth once you get in. So let's see. And remember, that's the first time I'm trading this one. So I wasn't too sure if I want to keep it. I haven't studied this very much. I don't know how it moves all the time, right? So I was like, okay, let me just get a hell out for break even and that's it. Okay. Can you please give your opinion on coffee for the next few months? We'll look at that at the end. Any chart that I don't have on the on my now, we look at it at the very end of it. Palladium, we can look at that daily also. Pound. So let's go. We have some news event coming up on 4:30 on euro. They have a press conference and they have news coming up on the dollar. So you guys may want to look at those possibilities for trades. And if you trade during these sessions, what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, that's up to you. Remember, let me just again for everybody give the my notification that I am not making trade calls, right? I'm just showing you my view that you're in a show. This is my show. I'm showing you how I trade. You're literally just here to watch how I trade. Ask me questions. Let me explain what I do. Tell you what theory I'm using. Make some jokes in between and keep the whole room busy because trading is very boring. If I just stay in the chart and don't talk and just point my arrows in the chart, you probably would leave within 5 minutes, right? So I need to keep you busy as well. Ask you some questions. We'll probably ask you some questions and maybe I'll run a poll for you guys to keep you busy so you don't fall asleep. Trading is a boring game. You do the same thing over and over, right? You have to know that. You have to be really like what you do. All right, so let's go. Look for this cell, but the one I want you to focus on very much is the one I'm already in, right? This year. It's going to consolidate some more. I think they may just, but the more they do this, right? The more they do that, the better the trade for you. You don't want to miss it, right? So you don't want to miss that trade. Keep your eyes on it. Pound dollar, you have some patience, my friend. I saw the pound dollar you're asking already. If you put too much questions, that doesn't mean I'll do that. That will make me say, okay, let me don't do the pound dollar till the end of the webinar, right? If you keep doing that. I can just leave that till the end of the webinar so you don't do that again, right? Let's go look at your pound dollar for you. Because there are a lot of people here, right? Remember, I'm not here to do what you demand me to do. There are a couple hundred people in here. And if everybody's going to demand their chart to be looked at immediately, it's not going to happen, right? So take a break, relax, and watch the show, right? Watch this here. Why I'm showing this too? Because I like it. I think this is going to come back, make one more low. I'm expecting one more low within this structure. We did not break this low here. This is one of the reasons why I got out of the pound Oz also, because we didn't break this low, right? That move that came down didn't break the low. So I'm expecting them to do that probably today. Oh, sorry. I want them to come. Oh, what's that? I want them to come and break the low, because when they break the low, they're creating a pattern that I know, or a possible pattern that I know. Without breaking the low, they're making another pattern. And that pattern becomes a very complex corrective structure. And I have no idea how that is going to form. I don't know what that complex corrective structure will be. I can tell you what parts of it I will look for. I don't know what it's going to be when it's finished. But if they break that low, I think I know a pattern like that. And then I'll make my decision. Okay, is it doing this pattern? Well, if it's doing this pattern, what else would I expect to happen? And if they do what I expect to happen, I'm in a trade. That's it. I don't think after that. I just take the trade. All my thinking and all my processing and all my analysis is done before. I know what I'm waiting for. And if I get what I'm waiting for, I get straight into the trade. Right? Remember, I told you I closed Aussie because I think Aussie was going to fall. And it's based on what? It's based on the analysis. So did I do the right thing closing Aussie once it touched that top there? Absolutely. You can see that already, right? Now, that is not magic. It's not like I have a crystal ball and they said, hey, Aussie will just tag this up and break. Be careful, get out of it, right? It's because of the structure I'm looking at. I'm looking at all these structures and said, you know what? This is, I've seen this before. This is what this structure does. And if it does that, well, you may take your $2,000 and get the hell out of it because it's going to go down back, right? And when this go down back, this is not going up. Like when this went down, I saw this coming. I thought it will stop here and go back, but I saw it coming. And I was like, that's okay. That is normal. That's within the structure that I'm trading. That's within it could pull back and go. But once it pull back this deep and do that, okay, that's not going anywhere. Right? So now, somebody's asking, should I sell Aussie? It could possibly be a sell. But like I said, I wouldn't sell it here. I wouldn't. I saw the possible reversal. That's not a sell strategy. That's not a point from where you can sell. That's a point from where you exit your buys and you wait to see what it's doing, right? What is it doing right now? Right now, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Like I said to you, if they consolidate here again, I go for a buy. If it drops here and make a consolidation downwards for a sell, I go for the sell. What is it doing? One candle moving. Just leave it alone. Leave the candle alone. You don't even know how that candle is going to close, right? Don't chase it. Don't jump in it. And that's what most traders do. They jump in candles. They jump all over the place. And then they jump out of money from their account, right? Trading is, you got to be very, like I told you guys, it's a lot of enjoyable thing when you trade. People say how you keep so calm when you have all those trades on and they're looking a little negative. And, I'm very calm because I'm waiting for specific structural patterns to trade. I don't jump into candles. A candle doesn't mean anything for me. It could spike 100 pips, it's coming back in 100 pips back within 10 seconds. You jump into that 100 pip spike and you get taken out to the bottom for a big loss, and then you wonder what happened to you, right? Relax, look at the pattern. Let it form what you want it to form. If it's not doing what you want it to do, you're not trading. If it's doing what you want it to do, you're trading it, right? Remember what I said about the Swiss? I wanted to break the top. I got in a little early, but I wanted to break the top. Even this morning, it wasn't breaking the top. I told my guys, it's going to break the top. And when it breaks that top, then is when we get very interested in it, right? So no need to rush. They're going to show you what they're doing. We don't have a trade on the Aussie. We don't know where it's going to go next. We know we have 1, 2, and all of this is one pattern. All of that will be one single pattern when it's finished. You think you know what pattern it will make? No, because I don't have a clue what it's going to do right now. It's going to make a third pattern if they're going to come back to retest this low. We need a third pattern to come back there. And all of that together will be one single pattern. There will be a lot of trades if they're going down. If you wait patiently, you will get into a trade right at the top here. See, right at the top here if you wait patiently. Because if this drops like that, it's going to do something like this. And you will get the trade exactly there. But if you jump into the trade here, like most traders would do, oh my God, it's falling, I'm here. And then it starts to do that, and then you close it off. And you watch it go, and you're like, oh, thank God I closed it. And then you watch it do that, and you're like, oh my God, what did I do? Well, because you don't understand where it should go, right? You're not looking for specific structures. If you look for them, then you start to understand, okay, I need to get out of this, or I can stay with this, or I can trade it from here and relax. So all of that is part of trading. Let's go. I'm showing you that. Let me show you guys a trade setup that could possibly happen now with us, right? That might happen in this 2-hour session. This is one that we could get in this 2-hour session, which means you will watch me take this trade live. I'm already in, but if possible, I'll take another trade for you guys just so that you can see how trades are taken, right? Not trades that I'm taking you can probably see how trades are taking if I take this one. That is one that I'll be interested in right now. Let me see what else. I am not interested. The CAD is going up a little, but no need to worry about that. Swiss, also the Swiss pound. Let's go to the Swiss pound. That is one that if it's going to go down, the pound Swiss. See, break the top, turn. If this is going to go down, I might put a second trade onto this, right? If I get the setup for a second trade, I may put a second trade onto this. So you might see me take this trade as well, right, to the downside. So that is 2 trades that I'm pretty much interested in. Let's see what else. I'm just scanning my charts to see what else I could be interested. Euro yen, I'm staying with the euro yen. Trades that I might be interested in. Is the Swiss dollar falling? Like really? It's moving? I think I see a candle coming very nice. Let's see. Yeah, it's coming down very nice. So see, it's not like a crystal ball, right? And this is why I took the trade early, because I was afraid this could happen and it could actually fall much more and I would not be in the trade, right? Because it's at a point where you can, I'm at the top. This is where I took my trade, guys. I'm at the top. I think that trade should be positive right now. Swiss, where's the Swiss? It's just about a couple pips to be positive. It should be positive, but I think they take for the overnight. They give you a few more pips to the overnight and then you're dropped a couple pips less. But that's not a problem. That is going to get positive very soon. I actually took it. I couldn't have taken it here. I took it somewhere here. So that should be positive. But then they probably add a few more pips to it, right? Basically, for the rollover. That's okay. Would this fall now? I hope it does. I hope that fall now, because I'm expecting this to be a big trade. And if it does what I want it to do, the trade would be to this level, breaking this low. And if you look at a bigger picture, it might even go lower. I'm anticipating the trade to come to this level here. So my first place to be careful is when they break this low, and my second target, well, not target, my target is actually here, but this is where I start being careful of structural change, right? When they break this, they can give you structural change. So let's see if they go. This could still stay here for a while and pull back and go and pull back and go, but it's going to drop, right? There's no question of if that is going to drop. Let me show you something. I think a lot of you will learn something from here. Look at this piece. If you were trading with me here, if we were doing a live trading in this session, let me push it back so you can learn something. This might help you. I hope it does. Let's say we were trading live in this session here, right? This is what we have. And I'm telling you guys, I like this trade to the upside. This thing is going to go up. So we got a breakout here. See, we got a breakout here. Let's make an assumption that we all took. I took the trade there and this breakout, right? See, because I'm looking at this and I tell you that is going to go up. And I took the trade, and look what happens afterwards. It went down, it went back, it went down, and then it starts to go down. See that piece there? I'm upside down. I'm in the trade here, and I'm upside down. And I'm pretty sure some of you are looking at that and say, oh my God, this guy's going to die. He has no idea what he's doing, right? Look what happens after that. Straight to the top. See? That is the trade. Breaks the top, started turn, I take off my trade. See? We're here now, and I'm telling you the same thing. I'm telling you guys, I'm selling it here because once they break this top, I think they're going to go down. So what if they do this? How many of you are going to freak out? I think a lot of you might freak out, right? And then you would watch them do this. Because they did the same thing here. You see? And that's what I said. When we know patterns, we know them. When I tell you, we know patterns, right? And that's what we teach you to do. So you don't panic when those things are happening. You don't start jumping around and, going crazy. Is the Euro news out and the Euro freaking out? Is that why everything is moving like that? It's 4:30. Yes, I think it's the Euro news, right? So everything is kind of making a little up and down, freaking out. So no need to worry about those, right? That will finish in a couple of minutes and everything will go back to normal. I don't think that's a myth. Saravana, I hope I call your name correct. That's a myth. There is no big bank watching at your trades. The people who tell you that are the people who want you to believe that crazy stuff. No, your trade, I think I explained that yesterday, right? There is no big bank looking at your trade. Nobody knows you have a trade there. The only people who know you have a trade there is your broker. And he is praying, he is sitting there praying that wherever you put that stop loss, that the price move very close to your stop loss. Right? He's literally sitting there praying for that. Oh God, please move the price close to that stop loss so I can take that trade out, right? I can put that $10 in my pocket, right? Nobody else is doing that. Silver is going down, great. If silver drops lower, that would be really, really absolutely good for me. I'll just buy a good big lot at the bottom, right? That's the only thing I'll do. By New Zealand, we can get the New Zealand trade. If that happens, let's go look at it. Pound trade is coming. It's not ready. You can see they're going 1 hour. If the pound breaks, it's a short trade to the downside, but the New Zealand one is an amazing one. New Zealand is breaking out. Don't jump into that candle. Please don't jump into that candle, right? The first thing is that candle could turn and go right back up. So what we will wait for is if we get a setup, I'll show you how I trade it. If I get a setup, this is not a flag, that's a whole structure. If I get that trade, I'll be amazed. If I don't get that trade and this candle blow through to the bottom here, right in here, I'm buying. Right in that area, I am buying. If that candle goes straight through, I would be a buyer in that level. Right? So don't worry. There's no need to worry about whatever all these movements are happening. They will stop very soon. Right? It doesn't matter what it does, a little up, a little down. You know, there's no need to freak out. All of that will finish, and it's going to go wherever it was planning to go. It will go. Right? The charts will end up going where it's going. USD CAD buy now. Okay, the USD CAD could be a buy. Yes. Great. The USD CAD is a buy, but that's a very strong move there. You unless you had an entry order, you're not in that trade. I would not buy when they move that much already. Let's see if we have divergence in the 1 hour. We don't have divergence, but it could make divergence when it gets to the top here. So this is what I would do. Here's why you don't want to touch this right now. Because if you touch this right now, you might watch it go back down. See this, let's say this thing break out and it come here and you decide to buy there. Well, you're lucky if you get a chance to get out. But what if you don't get a chance to get out and they reversed it? So we don't know. I don't take trades just because a candle is moving. Structurally, that trade doesn't tell me it's going to go very far up, right? It's not giving me a guarantee it's going to go very far. We will consider whether we want it, especially if I think yen is going down and Swiss is going down. What are the chances CAD might follow them? One more to the downside. Has the yen trade changed? No. See, nothing changed here. Nothing changed. That's still downside. As the Swiss trade change? Nope, nothing. They will go break the top again and that's it. So they will come, break the top again, and then they'll come down. Right? Euro is going down. Euro should have been a good trade if you're looking for a trade from the top. They broke the top, they're coming. So let's look at the euro structure. I'm going to pull this down here, especially that they're going down now. See that? We broke the top, we're coming. So what you want for the euro? Stop, make a flag, and then we can sell to this level, and then we hope that they break and retag the low. Euro might also retag the low. If New Zealand goes to retag the low, euro will do the same, right? They will tag this low and then go back up. Euro is to the upside. So if they make a sudden drop today, those are very good buy opportunities. So if this comes back here today and we get the sell, we sell it. If we don't get the sell, we start looking for this trade up. Oh, I have it there. Sorry, I forgot. I didn't see that one there. I was paying attention to this piece. So do we have a buy setup or a sell setup? No, we have a candle moving. That's it. We have one single candle trying to move. So we don't have a setup. We don't have any trade. Just wait. Patience, don't worry. Let me see. The yen is coming back. So the yen, if you want to trade, the yen is a trade. See the yen? See, if you were chasing that candle that was looking like a big candle going up there, look what happened. Don't chase them. There's no need to chase them. There's absolutely never a need to chase the candles if you're looking at structure. Right? Sold the spike. Well done. You're a little lucky, but well done. Because you don't know how high it would have gone, right? It's always a little risky one. But that's okay. In a downtrend, if you sell the spike, you're pretty much doing well. So let's see now. Is it going to break now? If it breaks out now, you wait for a little flag and you wait for whatever's your setup and you sell. AJ, good for a sell. Let's see. Aussie yen, possible? Let's go look at it. Aussie yen might give a good sell. I'll show you what I'm looking for a sell there in the Aussie yen. Yep, I like the Aussie yen for a sell actually. Here's what we'll do. We didn't break this top, right? So that's a very good thing. If you want to take the trade right now, if I was trading, I would take this trade here with a stop above that. If I was taking the Aussie yen. Why am I not taking the Aussie yen? Because I'm in the dollar yen. It's the same trade. If this drop, this is going to drop, not because of Aussie going down so much, but because the yen is going to drop, right? So I can see we didn't break that top. This is a flat. Remember, we're expecting this thing to come really deep here. I can take it, but I have to take it in very small lot because I don't think Saxo is going to send me a next message that I'm over trading. You see, I'm 62. Saxo just sent me a message that you're using 80% of your margin. You got to be careful. And especially with all of them moving up and down, moving up and down like that. See, the euro is back even to zero. Euro yen, this is going to go. Don't worry about it. This trade will go, right? So when they start moving up back, then I will have some leverage, better leverage to use. So I don't want to go back in the trade there now and get caught in this. But if I was selling it, that is what I would do. Can I please look at oil? Yep, you might get a sell setup here too. Put it in the 1 hour. Depends on what your strategy is. It could be a short-term trade that might do something like this and then go back up, breaking that low. Or it could be a much longer-term trade to the downside. And the reason it could be a much longer-term trade to the downside is because of the bigger structure, right? Because of this bigger structure. And we see they're going up, up, up. So at some point, they will have to come back. They will make a correction, make a correction, make a correction. So if this is making a correction, they might start doing this. So the sell setup is a good one. Actually, it's a very good sell setup. Based on your strategy, if you can sell it, then it's up to you. Based on my strategy, it's a good sell setup, but it's not ready as yet, right? So if I have to sell it, I can sell it now. Is it possible oil is in a B wave? How to recognize the difference? That's a very, very long explanation. You will have to tell me B wave in what time frame, in what structure. And you see, that's a whole 6 weeks, Daniel. So which B wave you're talking about? The B wave right now that it's in this time frame, the B wave in the daily, the B wave in the weekly, the B wave in the 240. See, it's not that easy. We're not doing the patterns because that's a very, very long time. Then I'll have to tell you the rules of how to do that, right? And you know how to get that, right? By the way, a lot of people ask me, they can't find a link how to join my course. So I'll take a second to plug it here. I hope you guys can bear with me just a second. For those who don't have it, this is what most of you have it, right? But people still ask me. At least 3 people yesterday. One guy had to create a Facebook page to ask me, right? Let me type, say, back, erase, and type. You can make that bigger. Let me see how you make it bigger like this, I think, like this. So it's MANGAL. Let me put a different color so they will see it. Sorry. 457. I hope you can see that. It's Mango 457. Everybody write it down so I can remove it right now, right? It's easy to write. That's my Skype ID. You find me in Skype, you join Skype, you find me in Skype, and you send me a message, and I'll give you all the details for the course. I don't have a website, so I don't have a link. If you find any website with my name, it's not me, right? So I am not there. Don't Google, don't try to find me. You can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook, and you can find me on Skype, right? And on Twitter. But I don't really do anything on Twitter. I don't even answer to anything there. I just post the link on Twitter and post the videos on Twitter. I'm on a few more platforms, but I don't do anything on them. I just put them there to post links, basically, so people can find it. Best place to find me, if you want a quick answer, send me a Skype message. That's the fastest. So let's go. If I'm looking for a sell, good idea. This is a good sell idea, right? So everything is going to quiet down, and then we're going to get the yen trade today. I think we're going to get this yen trade. The yen is going to go back. It's already pulling back. Right? Everything has made their little spike up and down, and the yen might give us this trade today. So let's see if it breaks out. Right? Swiss is going to come back. Swiss is going to be a very good trade to the downside. Don't worry with that spike down, spike up. Ignore that. It's going to be a very good trade to the downside. Watch the pound pairs, especially pound dollar. I don't think it will give us a trade today, but if this starts to go, right? It will break this low. And if they break through this pattern, that is amazing if that happens. I don't know if that is going to happen, but that will be amazing if they go through that pattern. Watch the pound Swiss for a good trade. Watch the pound Aus for one more down, at least one more down, right? That is what you're looking for. That is for those. Euro New Zealand, let's go look at Euro New Zealand is correcting. Remember, I told you guys it's going to correct. So you would want to be careful with it. You see they're correcting here already. They kind of break up, but it didn't go anywhere. So you're probably going to have a bigger correction starting to happen here now. If that is not a buy setup, the way they break out, that's a wick. You don't buy into wick. So I think we will get a deeper correction here, and then we're going to continue to go up, right? Let's see what else we're looking at. Bitcoin, somebody said. Let's see what Bitcoin is doing. I can look for these trades for you guys. Remember, I may not trade everything. I can't. Sax is not even allowing me to trade anything more. Like, you're using up too much, right? They said you used up 80% this morning of your equity. You may, of your margin, you may want to cut down some. I had to cut down. I closed 2 trades, and now it's 60. If I go, I like to keep it below 50, to be honest, so that Saxo doesn't worry, and I'm not worried about it. So we're looking for Bitcoin, right? Somebody said Bitcoin is not falling. I think was Bitcoin, somebody said, is going down. There's a little move to the upside. That's a very small one. They could go up a little here somewhere, pretty much, right? Based on that. But these are not the big spikes coming. Look at the divergence. They're just crawling up, so you can get a little trade there. Palladium, let's see. Somebody wants Palladium. I think I have Palladium too. Daily, I think it's a Palladium daily. Let's look at that. Yeah, daily looks nice for the downside. It looks like consolidation there for downside. So that makes sense. Consolidate and then go down. Let's see. You had a consolidation. That was a short buy setup there. That didn't go anywhere. You're getting a consolidation here in the 4-hour. That should be a very nice one for a sell setup. Okay. This piece here. You may have to look for a break and then look for your 60-minute sell setup in it. Yeah, I could see the possibility for a sell there. See how much flags you had? One. I don't know. You can get 2 or 3 trades in that thing. If this falls, and if they start to fall out, you get in a flag like this. You don't know how far they're going to, but you don't want to get in the flag there. You want to get in the flag at the top there. So you get in one like this, and if you can stay with that, or one like this, and if you can stay with that, you're doing well. Right? So they work. You just have to find the right direction. Natural gas, I think it's going up. Natural gas, you may have to. Where is natural gas? This one? Nope, not this. I think, let me see. It's here, natural gas. Yeah, it's going up. So if you want to buy, you could either buy this here or buy in the break of the top, and it's going to go up some more, I think. We're expecting that to go up a little more on the natural gas. Okay, what else? Let's go. Let's look at Pound Yen. Pound Yen should be a good trade. Let's look at it, Pound Yen. And Pound Yen, they did go up a little, but that's nothing. If they come down back here, and they're coming down already, you can get one more move to the low here. One more move you can get to the low. So let it come down, let it start breaking out, and then we can look for this trade here to the downside. Right? Let it prove that they're going down, and then we can go for that trade. So what else we're looking for? Silver is just going sideways. Silver is not falling. It may give you the impression they're falling, but they're just pretty much going sideways. Okay. Nothing happened. They just spiked down and they go. This could turn and go right back up. See, they can turn and this could go right back up. So there, don't chase the candles, guys. Those candles change very fast. Right, the speed at which they're going, they can change really fast. Euro Swiss. Let's see Euro Swiss. Nothing here. I think it's more upside, but you don't have a buy setup. Now they're pulling back. So now if they pull back and consolidate, you will get a buy setup. Euro Pound. Let's see the Euro Pound for somebody. Euro Pound. It's kind of getting some divergence here, but if you get this buy, if they still break here, go for one more impulse, right? They're starting to do this now. See that? So if they break, you go for one more impulse. This impulse might go far. If they break out of this pattern totally, like if they break down here, wait for a flag like this or a correction like that, and then go for a sell. Like wait for this to happen, and then go for the sell, right? If that doesn't happen, you don't go for the sell. And talking about that, I'm showing you these flags, right? And one of the things I hear people say a lot about wave analysis. No, they don't. They say it more about Elliott wave, not so much about wave analysis. But some people say that you can't really trade that stuff. It's impossible to trade well. The reason I'm doing this live one is showing you that it's possible to trade it and make money, right? You can see that I'm making money, so it's possible to do and make money. The second thing is the reason most people cannot trade well, right, is because they're too scared to click the trade when they should click it. And they try to click the trade when everything is gone. And then they say, okay, I'm in now. And then, oh, well, it's turning to the downside. Oh my God, I got in too late, right? And even if it's going against you a little, you can live with that if the structure is still going to go up or go down, right? Most people, they can't live with it. So they start freaking out. Pong Yen, we're looking for the sell setup. I just showed that. Aussie, New Zealand went up. So Aussie, New Zealand, some of my traders got the upside. And they're like that upside there, right? So you can put the break even. It's kind of look like they're going to continue to go, right? They're just making some consolidation here. I think they'll continue to go because you notice like they make a little consolidation, they still go. Pull back, they still go. Pull back, they still go. Pull back, they still go. See that pull back, they still go. They make another one, they still go, right? So I think this thing is going to still go. It's going to go slow, and then you'll get a deeper correction. But the deeper correction is not going to be right now. So no need to worry much about it. You'll get it, but not immediately. It's such a good company for trading. Here's the thing. Trading is a boring stuff if you're sitting by yourself. And the reason we created the group also is that it saves people from making bad trades. So we have a live trading group or room where we were just in the room before I come here. So like 5 minutes, 15 minutes before I come to this room, we were in our trading room. What do we do in our trading room? We look for trades and we trade, right? But we keep it lively. We look at different things. We talk stuff, find out what somebody is doing and all of that. Because it's not like you're clicking trades, sitting, clicking the whole day, right? The whole day you may click 1 or 2 or 3 trades. That's the maximum you will click for the day, right? The rest of the day, what do? You have a wonderful group to deal with who are doing analysis all the time. They're sitting there looking at possible trade setup for the future and all of that. And very, very wonderful guys. I mean, if you're in that group, you know that, right? So you're in a good company. And then every now and then when I travel the country, we get a live session. So we're planning a live session in Dubai here again. We did about 3 or 4. So you meet with these guys, you do some trading live, and then you have lunch, and then you have dinner, and then you go home, right? You make friends, and then you go, right? And some of these guys, they meet every week sometime among themselves, wherever you are. And we have a group that used to meet in London. We have a group that used to, just meet each other every now and then. And when I go to those countries, I meet with traders. Right? So you want a group of, here's the thing, the group there is a support group. You know that they're very good, experienced, successful traders in the group. So you're getting support from them. When you have a trade that you're about to take, you can go in our group and post it and say, what do you think about this trade? And then somebody is going to say, okay, be careful, look at the 4 hour. And then you look at the 4 hour and you say, oh, thank God I didn't take that trade, right? Because the 4 hour is telling you it's going the opposite direction. Now, you might miss looking at the 4 hour of the daily. You might absolutely miss the pattern that you can't see. And then somebody else say, hey, look at this pattern. You want to be careful there. What that does, it saves you from a bad trade. And then you get into the trading room and you're not seeing any trades. And then somebody said, hey guys, look at the euro yen. And you look at it and said, you know what? Yeah, it looks good. I like it. Let's go for it. Do you use MACD 4C to take trades? No. If I was using MACD to take trades, I would have told you about MACD while I'm taking the trades here. I do not use MACD to take trades. I do not even use wave count to take trades. Wave count is a guidance for you to know where you are in the chart and the bigger structure. MACD is to tell us a different story when we have divergence, when we think that that wave is dying out and all of that. Why don't you explain how you blow the investor account in Dukas? Well, I didn't blow any investor account in Dukas, so I don't know where you got that from. I make an assumption you have imagination that are very good, right? So we have some, I try to avoid talking about trolls, you guys said, but we have one here, you see. He's pretty having a bad life. I think he lost his blues account or something and he doesn't know what to do. He's a troll, yeah, but those are people without a life. You see, I just talk about how we were enjoying our life in our group and how we were meeting people and we were having lunch and we were trading and that guy got upset. because his life is miserable. So what he does, he starts actually, trolling. So what do we do with trolls? You just kick them right in the rear. You give them a good kick in the rear and you tell them goodbye. Let's give Mr. Jamie a kick in the rear. Let me find him here. He's gone. So we have 300, 400 people here. We have one that is no good. Well, that's part of the world, right? Every couple thousand people, you have one that is no good. Somebody's life is miserable and they just want to, they want to probably say something, do something, they want what you have and they can't get it. Do I feel impact by algorithm trade? No. I don't think you can feel the impact of algorithm trade. None of us can. It's not, remember, most of the retail traders, guys, I don't know if I should repeat this again, what I said yesterday. Most of those things have nothing to do with your trading, because most of your, I don't know, how many of you here trading more than a $500,000 account? I know one person, Emil is trading more than a $500,000 account. He showed me, he sent me his account. I know that, I saw it. Who else? Okay, we have a second person trading more than $250,000. Okay, $250,000, that's okay. So only 3 of us trading more than that amount in this group. So the rest of you, your trading may never be even a trade that the broker is going to give to any liquidity provider, because he could handle that risk. Once the risk is over 100,000, 200,000, the broker might say, okay, let me just pass that over, because he's not sure if you're going to win or lose. Like if he was holding my trade, he had to pay me $100 and something thousand. And he doesn't want to do that, right? But if you're holding a $10,000 trade, it's like he wrote it in the book and he kept it. And he's waiting to see who is going to win. You're going to win or he's going to win. There is no trade. It's just a click, nothing else. Now, if you're holding $500,000 and you're like, when I click a trade, it's 20 million actually, right? So when I buy, look, this is 20, that's 2 million. So he has to think twice to take that trade. Because if that trade goes my way, he might have to pay me sometimes. When I make a winning trade, it's 20, 30,000. These are mostly break-even trades. When I lose a trade, it's 20, 30,000, right? When I lose a trade. But if you look at my account, I don't lose a lot of trades. I just hold the trade until it comes back to break even. So any broker looking at my trade say, hey, no, I'm not taking that, because he's not giving it to me, right? I'm not giving it to him when I'm wrong. I allow it to come back and I take break even. Most of the time I get break even. There are about 3 trades that I close for. You can look at the stats actually, accounts, and you will see best trades. What? Best trades. These are my best trades. But this is not from one trade, right? But like the yen, that's one trade. The euro New Zealand was 2 trades. One trade was 15,000. The other one was 5. The New Zealand dollar there, that was one single trade, 20K, 19,000. This is a Canadian dollar, 26,000. That was 2 trades. 19,000 in the British pound. Swiss, that was 3 trades. Right? You remember when I was trading with you guys the first time, I lost one for 5,000. And then I took another one for 5,000, and then another one I lost. Those are 3 trades on this one, right? This one, 14,000 on the British pound. I can't remember that one, but it could be 1 trade. It might be 1 or 2 trades. So I don't give the broker a lot, so he doesn't get a lot from me. And in that case, Dobre utro, baby. My son just woke up and I'm babysitting. Give me 1 second. Come, baby, come. 1 second, guys. Yeah, I think he has gone to play, and he has a playground there. So he's gone to play in his little playground there. So let's hope he's good. So let's come back to this. So brokers will not take these. It's not in their interest to take these trades. They will rather take the commission which they're getting, and they're getting very good commission. I think I showed you how much commission I'm paying them, right? So if you look at last year for 3 months, last year for 2018, I trade for November and I trade for December, and balance was 52,000. So far this year, right? You can see it's 50,000 I make this year. They're showing you money that's already made. This is solid money that they're. This is not the 190. They're counting. This is the equity of the account that you have, the equity. This is not the balance. Balance is 190 something thousand. But if I close the trade, this is how much I get, right? If I close them. But if I don't close the trade, they're still making money, right? I can decide when to close them, if I'll take the loss or if I take the profit. And as you can see, you're following me. This is the second session I'm doing. It's growing all the time, right? It just keeps growing and it keeps growing and it keeps growing. So we will see where it gets, right, eventually. So that's what you do. Let's go look at them. The CAD is going up some more. Euro is coming down, so Euro CAD is not going up, basically. Pound is coming down. Pound might give us a trade today. Pound might be a good trade. Watch this. This could give a trade. See? So this might give a trade. Everything might stop and turn to the opposite direction because Swiss is coming down for sure. I'm telling you that Swiss is coming down. It's a pity we wouldn't be here 2 more weeks for you to see that the Swiss come down, but I'm telling you, you will see it right on your own that this is going to come down. So let's go. I lost close of 60,000, 60K. You are now starting with 60 and still lost is a bit miserable. Yes, and the reason you're doing that is because, well, you probably don't understand what the structure is doing. So instead of losing 60,000, you could have come to us and, I mean, that's gone. I'm sorry for you, but you could have found somebody who can do it. I still think you have a chance. You could come and learn from us. You can join the group, and then I can tell you none of my traders is losing 60,000K. They're actually making money. Right? So New Zealand yen, we'll look at that. Euro solid close. Good. So let's look at the euro, see if we have a trade in the euro, and then we'll go to the New Zealand yen. Yeah, it's closed solid, but we don't have a trade. That's not, you're not breaking a flag. You're actually starting from the top here, right? So what if this is a bigger pattern and they go back up like that? Possible? Possible. If you know patterns, that's possible. So you want to see a flag here now to confirm that you're going to get a trade. Wait, there isn't a trade set up there. Let's go. What you're looking at, New Zealand yen. Let me take a look at my New Zealand yen rather than go there, and I'll tell you if there's anything there. CAD yen, Swiss yen, New Zealand yen, nothing there. Forget about the New Zealand yen. There is nothing there. There is no trade setup. It's just going down slowly. Next one. Let's see. Let's see. Would you please explain to us why you have massive deep drawdowns? I mean, for several days you're in deep negative. Is there anything to do with the analysis from the beginning, or there is something else as I've never seen you in profit and positions and this? Okay, you never seen me in, again. Let me just show you, please. I don't know where you're looking and what you're seeing. So this is the cash in the account. Good. It started at 500K. Where is it now? What is the profit? You can see. You see profit, cash flow movement. So is the account in profit? Good. You see trades in drawdown. Look at, if you want to see trades, you have to look at the trades. Then we go back to returns, not returns. We go back to this one. Let's see instruments, and you can come back and you can see the trades. These are profitable trades. They're showing you the top 3 only. These are the top 3 losers. They're showing an accumulative profit here, and they're showing you when you're in drawdown. These are what you're looking at is drawdowns. See how many times those drawdowns came up and they came back here? This is going to continue to go. So you don't have to, the idea is not that you see all the trades in profit all the time. That's not trading. Trading is, are you making money? That's trading. Are you making money? If your account is growing constantly, every day, we're here this week. Anybody remember what sum I started the account with this week? Anybody remember what sum this was when we start? Nobody? Come on. 560. It was more than 560. It was I think close to 580. 582 to be exact. So when we close the week, we'll see where this is, right? That's my account. That's growing. This here, this was 580 when we started. It went to 620 and it's coming back. That's drawdown. All these drawdowns are because of one spike right now. Because what is the size, lot size I'm trading? Look at it. 20, 20, 20, 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 105, 120 lot size, and 70,000 lot dollar. So that's 170,000 lots, 170 lot, standard lots, 170 standard lots. So any movement in this account will be up and down. Like I said, can you handle that risk? And the account is still in profit, right? Even with all of that, I'm still in profit. If I close everything right now, I'll get 88,000. Am I closing anything right now? So you have to look at your account. Is your account growing? Don't look at these drawdowns. One second, baby. Yes. Okay, let's go. I clicked this trade this morning. It's upside down. If I click a trade now, it goes upside down. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm sorry about this, but I'm the only one here, so I have to help him. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm back. This is how I trade, by the way. My son just woke up a little earlier. He normally wakes up at 6. He woke up an hour earlier. So this is how you trade, right? You're home, you trade, you got your family, you got your son here, you don't have to worry, right? Anyway, so everything is moving slowly. Nothing much is doing anything that we can trade. You can't sell this right now, and you shouldn't sell it. If you try to sell it, you're going to get yourself in trouble. Actually, for 30% risk, and all he can take is 400 plus lots. So 107. Exactly. Here's the thing. Okay, let's go. Forget about it. I was good. So if you have that mentality that you always have to be in a winning trade, you will never win. Trading is a business. So let's say you're running, I don't know what business, any business, a coffee shop. Do you have one type of coffee only in the shop? Do you sell only one single? I mean, do you only sell cappuccino? No, you run bankrupt, right? You will go bankrupt. So treat your trading like a business, right? So if you bring out a new brand and it's not going your way, you don't just throw it away, right? They're getting some spikes. Don't let the spikes freak you out. Don't let the spikes freak you out, guys. These are all going to change very fast, right? The only one I need to watch is the euro yen. Let me watch. That's the only one I would be worried about now is the euro yen. Because if the euro yen starts the downside, if it starts this downside, then I need to get in the sell, not the buy. So the buy didn't break the top. Let me see if there's a structural change in it. Do I want to close the trade? That's the only one I would probably consider. This is the only one I consider closing, right? If this doesn't go. So what do? Go close it immediately because you think it's going to go down there immediately? No, because it's not going to go down there immediately. That never happens. If it happens, it's very rare. Maybe like this, then they will come right back up here. This is where you want to close it, right? So let's for example, say this one. Let's say this thing does exactly that. It drops here. That's okay. It's coming back right back to the top here. Remember where it's going. Where is the big structure? Upside. This big structure from here is going up, not down. So if they don't break the top, which I was expecting them to break, they don't break the top, they're coming. Just wait for it. Don't freak out. Don't think. Learn to trade. Understand structure. This might just stop right here. Go back to the top there. Come back here. You never see that happen? Let's go back in the structure and show you. Let's go right back into the structure. So how much times they drop lower, drop lower, drop lower, drop lower, drop lower, and still go back up? When the structure is moving in a direction, you're making a down move, you're going up. You're making a down move, you're going up. You're making a down move, you're going up. This thing has not completed. As it stands right now, I don't think this is a complete pattern from here. They have to break the top to complete the pattern. So this is part of the down move, this one. And that, I doubt that completed the pattern. So what you're getting is a deeper pullback in this one, which will make an expanding flat, go back to the top, and then come. Like I said, if this is the drop, it's going to come here and then go right back up. Right? So if you understand what it is doing, if you understand how the specific structures move, you don't need to freak out. There is no need to do that. Swiss, look at the Swiss. Swiss is going to be one of the most interesting ones because once they break that top again, they're going to start to drop. Right? It's going to go up. Let it go break the top. This is what scared traders, especially retail traders. This is what scared the hell out of you. Oh my God, look what is happening there. You have never seen something like that and then watch it turn and drop like this? And that could happen before the evening is up. Let's go show you something like that. See this candle here? Try selling at the bottom here. You're lucky if they do come back like that for you or come back like that for you. Most times they could just reverse it and take off. That's where structure ends. That's how they end the structure. Right? That's how they end a structure. They drop it and pull it right back. That's how this structure is going to end. It's going to spike and it's going to come back right back. I think I showed you the same structure over here, right? The very same structure that was going up. We just did this and I just told you, what if you bought here and then they do this? I think this was at the start of the webinar, right? What do? Do you freak out here? No. You just say, okay, let it go back up now. Let it finish what it is doing and go right back up. See that? Watch this structure, guys. This is learning lesson for most of you. Yen is going to go down. Did I say the yen is going to go down? Did I say Swiss is going to go down, always going up? It will go. It will go back. Don't worry about this thing. You have to understand structure. And if you understand it, you're very calm when you're trading. Don't freak out. You see, like I'm freaking out? No need to. There's never. Yep, this one, the possible target is a low. I'm looking for this one here, this level. See? Relax. Just relax. All of this is going to stop in a couple minutes and you will not panic. You will not freak out. You will not chase every single candle you see. Yes, I think that is their biggest problem. If you put a trade on that a spike is putting you in over, you're breaking your account. My account is in profit. I'm not freaking out. All of that spike. And with 100 and how much? 140 lots? I'm very calm. As you can see, I'm not chasing any trade. I'm not trying to jump into any trade. I'm not trying to say, hey, oh my God, let's close this, let's do this. That's retail traders. When you change and you become professional traders, that no longer happens to you. And I never went to psychologists, right? Don't ask me about going to psychologists. Trading psychology, they're selling, there are a lot of program, a lot of, course on trading psychology selling out there. Go buy one. It's a waste of time. This is your trading psychology, this and this. By the time this month is over, this will be above 700 and this one will be above 600. I am not worried about this. This is going to continue to go. Silver is going to make profit. I'm never closing this silver trade for minus. Never, ever going to do that. I have not closed a single silver trade for minus. They all are either break even or profit. If you're here long enough, and if that is not going to happen this week, but you will follow me long enough on YouTube, you will see it. Silver is coming down. Let it go. Better opportunity to buy more. Right? If you do that, that is your problem. Traders freaked out because they don't know what's happening. Right? They really don't know. And that is what makes them freak out. They make them jump into trade. Pong is giving us a good trade. Beside the yen, watch the Pong yen. If Pong is coming down and yen is coming down, what do you want to trade? You want to trade Pong yen. See that? See how they're following the arrows, all those freaking out that was happening, and then look what happened. All the trades are going the way we want them to go. That's it. That's trading. So you're learning something. If you're new and you're one of the people who freak out when candles move and you start getting all those jumping into them, and so you're learning that is not trading. Wait for your trades. Euro news was it euro negative because euro is coming down? So euro is going to give us a good trade. I don't know if we're going to get the trade for the buy. If euro breaks this, it's coming to this level. And that is our buy area. So if euro drops here tonight, perfect. That would be amazing. If the euro drop here tonight, that would be amazing. Because I'm buying here. Right? I'm buying in that area. Let's see if they do that. Once euro break this low here, that's a buy setup for me. So let's see. Maybe we can get this sell, but I don't think so. If they're going to move fast, we will not get the sell. You will not get a flag here. If they're going to just drop, you're not going to get a flag, not even in the 15-minute. Right? You don't get anything. And you don't want to sell here. Your idea that is going to go down is just your idea that is going to go down. It might go down. Here's the thing. Here's your thought process. Oh my God, this is going to drop it. Why not sell it? Here's how you're going to know if it's going to work for you. Take a demo and sell it. Take a demo, and every time you think that this is a sell, that you should sell this right now, it's going to fall and you're going to miss all of that. Repeat that every time. Tell me how it's going. Keep doing it and then tell me how it's going. How to exit stop in case the trade runs against you. You should have your stop before the trade goes against you. If you were in a trade and like if I was in a euro buy, let's say for example, if I was in this euro buy here and I'm you and I have to trade this and I think I'm looking for that trade, my stop would be here. Now this is just you. That doesn't mean anything to you because that doesn't tell you anything. Basically, what we do is we put the stop where a structure change. Right? Where do you get a structural change? That's where your stop should be. Your stop needs to be where the structure is no longer going to do what you expect it to do. Now, how do I explain that to you? My traders immediately know what I said. For me to explain that, I have to explain how structure works. I have to explain what patterns you're looking for. I have to explain where the target is going to be for that pattern. I have to explain where that structure is going to change itself. That's a lot of things to do in 2 hours, right? We're not going to be able to do that in 2 hours. So there is no fixed place. You have to put it 30 pips or you have to put it here or you have to, there is no fixed place. It has a lot to do with the structure you're trading. And also the time frame, because if you're trading 15 minutes or you're trading 1 hour, it's different time frame, right? Okay, 1 second, guys. I'm back to my babysitting. Okay, guys, I may have to leave you guys a little earlier than normal because I'm babysitting and he's going to keep coming here every 2 seconds. And I know it's not looking very nice when you're the other side of it, right? My apologies. But I didn't know I was going to be here alone today. So that just happened. Something came up my way. My wife had to go. So I just, if he comes back again, if he's quiet and he's playing, that's okay. I'll stay with you guys, right? So let's look at some trades that you might be interested in. Let's do that. Let me do that for you. So if you don't get them now, you look at the Pong Oz. That's a trade you can be interested in. Remember, I told you I wanted to break this low again. So keep your eyes on the Pong Oz if you can get a trade set up in it. Pong Yen is definitely one you want to trade. Pong Yen is definitely one you can get, right? You can get this trade depending on your strategy. I'm not telling you guys to buy anything. Remember that. It's depending on your strategy. You might get that trade. If you have a strategy to trade it. Pound Swiss is another one I will keep my eyes on. Let me go for the Pound Swiss for you guys. Pound Swiss, yep, got it. Pound Swiss is another one, right? Pound Swiss is actually, if I wasn't in the Pound Swiss, it's a good trade. That's all I can say. If I wasn't in the Pound Swiss, this is an amazing place. I would have sold it here immediately. So now I'm in, I don't have that much margin. I'm 62%, and I have to save it for if I'm going to take any better trade than that, than a trade that I'm already in. Right? If I'm already in the trade, then it doesn't make sense to take it. But this is going to come really nice, and this is a really good one because this one has more space to the downside than the Pound Oz or even the Pound Yen. But the Pound Yen is a safer trade. It's already happening. Right? It's going to go. Let's see what else. Look at the Euro CAD coming back. Did I freak out about the Euro CAD? See, look at that. I told you, watch this pattern here. They're going to just come there and come back. Now, if they come back, retag this low here. If they retag this low and then decide to go back up, that's where I'll exit the trade. Right? Okay, we'll look at that. We'll look at your coffee. We'll look at coffee for you before I go. Just let me finish the trades that most people will trade, and then we'll go through that. So what else we're looking at that might be interesting? I'm looking for what else might be interesting. New Zealand might be interesting. It might be a little slow. It might be an Asian session trade, but it's an interesting one. New Zealand, it's coming down and it's going to tag the low. Once New Zealand tag the low, if you're in the US and you don't get the sell, don't freak out. Wait for the buy. Because once they break that low, we might get the buy tomorrow. We might get this buy. We're looking for them to break that low and come right back up here. Right? So you can take the sell because I don't know how low this is going to go, but I'm expecting that to go and come right back up. Right? Once that break the low there, we will be looking for the buy setup, and we might get the buy setup tomorrow. Gold and silver. Silver is pretty much tagged where it is. It's not going anywhere. It's just going sideways. And that means it might still go back up. Let's see what they do here. If this is two sharp waves, that doesn't mean anything. For me, that doesn't give me a pattern, put it this way. Gold, on the other hand, is actually looking upside. See? Gold is a good buy setup. That depends. That depends. I do 1 hour and 4 hour and daily. My preferred analysis is I start in the daily. I look at the setup I'm looking for. I'm trading in the direction of the daily trade. I'm trading in the direction of the bigger trade. And then I go to the 1 hour or 4 hour to get the trade. Most time it's in the 1 hour to get the trade. I get in trades a bit early sometimes. And I sometimes do get in trade early knowingly. Like if I'm not going to be, like if, let's say I'm going to babysit now. Let's say I really like a trade. And I want to take the trade now, right? I really like it. I want to take the trade now. So I can pick a trade that I really, really like and I want to take, and that would probably be the Pound Yen. Why the Pound Yen? Because I still think Yen is going to come down now, right? If Yen doesn't come down, if Pound doesn't come down, Yen is going to come down, right? Let's say Pound stops and go right back up. Yen is going to come down. And the downside on the Yen could bring the Pound Yen down. So if I really, really wanted to take this trade and I think there's a longer term downside, this doesn't have a very long term downside. But if I think that there is a longer term downside, like way down there, and I want to be in that trade, let me bring it down on the daily. So if on the daily, I think if this, my analysis shows me that at the daily, this is definitely coming here. And I know I'm going and it's starting to move. And I think, you know what, no matter what, I'm going to take that trade. I would just take the trade and walk away. Now, I don't just take it and walk away. Where would I want to exit that trade if it doesn't work? I would have to make sure that it is a place that is under daily structure, which means my risk calculation would be different, right? So instead of 20 standard lots, maybe 10 standard lots. So I'm looking at a place where if I'm not here for the next 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, I can come back and don't be worried about that trade, right? Well, the worst it will take you out, but well, in my case, it's not going to take me out because I don't have any stop. I'll just come back and deal with it, right? And that's okay. I know where I know where I'm going to be dealing with it and what I will do with it. So for you now, it's where you will put your stops. And everything that you see just started moving really crazy, everything could turn in a few minutes and start reversing way back to the opposite direction. And I do think they will all do that. I think you're going to watch Euro go back up. You're going to watch the Swiss come down. You're going to watch the Yen go down. You're going to watch the CAD come down. You're going to watch all of that happen, right? The Pound might go back up, but the Pound is more likely going to make that move either tonight or tomorrow. They have to complete that pattern, because if they don't, then I don't know what's the other pattern. What is the other pattern? We'll have to wait for a long time to see that, right? CAD Swiss. Let's look at CAD Swiss for somebody who wanted CAD Swiss. I don't think there's anything much here. It's going up, not much there. It's going up, but it's going up really slow. Let's go into 1 hour for you. You might get a buy setup here, actually. You might get some kind of a buy setup from a breakout, but it's not the best one. I don't like trade this thing. It goes 40 pips your way, spike 60 pips, 80 pips down, and then continue to go your way. And they're all part of the structure. It's not that they tumble because of Draghi, because it's just they use the moment to push the euro down somewhere. That doesn't, in the bigger picture, that doesn't mean anything. That's the whole big thing you have to understand. I think euro can come back here, but in the big picture, euro is still going up, right? Pound has a bearish engulfing in 1 hour. I don't look at bearish engulfing. You know why? You know why you should never look at the candles to trade? The candles, whatever it is, should not determine your trading. Because if you're determining your trading by the candles, try doing this. Try doing this. I think the next time, try doing this. And see what happens to your trading. If you can't trade with this on, you're looking for trouble. Remember, what you're trading is not the design of the chart. Right? We're not trading the design of the chart. We're trading the statistics. We are trading the print of the price, right? We are trading the chart itself. And regardless of how you're plotting the chart, you can plot the chart with a line, you can plot the chart with candlestick, you can plot the chart with, I think there's a lot of options here you can plot the chart with, right? This is it? No, not this one. Where are the candles? Oh, this one, the line, right? You can plot the chart. Some people like Renko bars. You can plot it with whatever you want to plot it. It doesn't, that should not stop the way you trade, right? You're trading the stats. Right? This should not change how you trade. See that? This should not change it. If you do that, you're going to come down. Right? It should not change it. The structure does not change. So I don't like this because this is giving you false counting. It's putting within an area, it's putting the line. So you don't see when the price is moving in and out of the box, right? So that's not a good one to use. The line one is not a bad one to use, right? So you see? So if you're looking for anything that is engulfing anything, can this line stop right here and start going back up like that? But if you see a big candle here and a small candle here, you think, oh, that's a sell setup. Well, that's a design. That's nothing in the chart. You're looking at the design of the chart and you're saying, it's like you're buying a house because it's pink color and not because it's a very good structure, right? You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't buy a car simply because of the color of the car. Right? I don't think you go and look and say, I want a black car. That's it. I don't care what's the model. I don't care. I don't care what's the brand. I don't care. Just give me a black car. Right? That doesn't work. It's the same thing here. You should never, ever trade that. Candlesticks are more informative to us as traders. With the wicks and all of that, they're more informative to us because they can tell you when a price is pulling back from a certain area. You can, it looks nice too. Design-wise, it looks nice. But it's not the basis. It's not the reason to trade. So don't worry with the engulfing candles and all of that. Engulfing candles could change if you change the time, especially on 4 hour and a daily. The 4 hour most likely, not the daily. That could change very easily if a broker is changing the time when that candle starts to print. Right? So let's say you see a 4 hour engulfing on one brokerage or on one platform, one chart. You could on another chart, you might not see it. It's not there because the printing hours of the other chart is 1 hour difference, and that changes everything. Can you explain flag in the sense tight ABC sideways move, miniature version of a flat? Let me show you what is a flag. It's actually a smaller version of a correction. It is a correction. It's just a very small version of a correction. This would count for a flat, right? Flag, sorry, that would count for a flag. This is your move. That's a flag. I think I showed you there. There was one chart where there was a lot of them. This one is a mess. You can go with this as a flag. You can go with this as a flag. See? So what you would want here is you would want it to make one here. If it makes a flag, it gives you a trade. If it doesn't make a flag, you don't have a trade, right? Yen is going nicely. For those of you who have a strategy to trade yen and you know how to do it, you would know what to do, right? I'm not telling you what to do with it, right? 1 second, guys, I need to Okay, guys, I'm back. This is the disadvantage of working home, but this is the advantage of working home too, because you're with your family, right? I'm with my son. My wife is coming, and she's like, "Okay, I hope you manage. I hope he's not awake." I said, "No, he's awake, right?" It had a nice blue color. Your wife bought a car because of the blue color. Okay, I hope she's not looking, but yeah, I could understand that. My wife does look at sometimes, and that color doesn't work, and this color is not right, and all of that, right? We don't buy because of colors. I pretty much wouldn't buy a car because of the color, right? CADN is completing the structure. Let's look at CADN to see whether, yes, I can see what you're talking about. Yes, CADN might give you a buy setup very soon. Good one, by the way. So let's look at CADN for those of you who want to know what CADN is doing. Yen is going down. CADN could be a buy because what that means watch the CAD, right? The CAD is going to take off, going to fall very, very hard because this structure, once it breaks out of this, I'm looking for the upside. I don't know how far more low they're going to go, but I'm going to be looking for the upside on this one, not the downside. So yen is going down. Why would you want the upside in this? Well, watch the CAD. Keep your eyes on the CAD. What is the CAD doing? Let's go take a look at CAD, what it's doing. See what it's doing? Somebody wanted to buy that candle at the top there. Remember, somebody said, "Oh, what a big candle." And I was like, leave the candle alone. Thank you, baby. Thank you very much. My son brought a gift for me. I don't know if any Russian here you will know. He said, "This is a padarak for you." That's gift, right? So you can see if you jump into these things, this is what is going to happen. You just have to learn to trade. And you see how cool I am? I'm not even nervous. I'm not even worried. I was how much? 84, now it's 89. By the time we leave here, it's gonna be back over 600. I watched this thing roll. Let me show you. This thing is like roller coaster, and I don't worry with it. Let me show you the roller coaster. Sorry. I was going to show you here. This thing moves like roller coaster. Look at this piece here. You're talking about going down close to 500, 503, back to 567, back to 503, back to 567, back to 503. That's a flat, right? If you get something like that, that's a perfect flat pattern, and then they take an impulse to the upside, right? It just made a perfect flat, and then it's making an up impulse. And I hope that impulse keeps going, right? There's a little correction here. This is a flag, by the way. That's a flag, and it break out. So it should continue to go, right? I hope that's a good breakout, right? That's a good breakout that will take off to the upside. This is trading, guys. If you don't learn to do this, and if you don't learn, I don't know what you're hearing from other people out there and what they're telling you, right? Because when I start saying that most of those guys are scammers, people say, don't do that. Don't criticize them. You should talk about yourself. I'm showing you what I do. I hope all of them can be as transparent as this. Then you will know what you're getting. You will understand to trade. You will learn to trade. You will become a good trader. All my traders have been in drawdown, every single one of them. And we still have 60% success rate. As a matter of fact, last week I showed you that one. The last month was amazing. I think this month is going to be amazing too. I think this month we will get. I'll show you this at the end of this month. We'll show you the snapshot. I'll take the poll again, and I'll show you guys. It's going to be amazing. I think this month so far, I know for sure it's going good for a lot of traders. It's going good for me. This month is going really amazing for me, considering last month was really good. Right? You can buy into that one, yes. Actually, if you're in, I think that they have a platform like that. What is the name? Victor, what is the platform you're on again? Where you can buy into the people. What's the name of it? I don't know. It's like Darwin Excess. You can actually buy into the trading, the people who are trading. And if they make money, you make money. And they lose, you lose. I think so. I have a better idea for all of you guys. Anybody know how to do crowdfunding? Let's create our own platform for the traders. We open up crowdfunding thing and everybody put in there, we create a platform. So all of you will own a piece of it, right? I will put charts on the platform for you guys. You will get to see all the charts I put out. Not to trade, but at least to get the platform to trade. So then we can work with the trading from there. Not a bad idea, right? Who knows to set it up? We need somebody who knows to set it up so we can set it up and then we can we can go for that, right? Euro is pulling back. You see why you don't want to chase it? Look what euro is doing. Remember I told you can't chase the euro because it's pulling right back, and this thing could stop and go right back and start going up way to the upside. I would like them to come tag the low, but that doesn't mean they will go tag the low, right? This could be a nice expanding flat here and you totally go up. Do we know it's doing that? We don't know. We'll have to wait. They'll tell us. But I think mostly it's an impulse. So let's see if we get a correction. Let's see what else is interesting for you guys. Nothing. I don't see anything interesting right now. The only thing I see that is very interesting that I like is the Swiss. I like it, and I'm thinking whether I want to take another trade in it. That's my thought process. Can I get another trade? Let's see. Let it start at third, and I'll look for another trade. Maybe I'll take another trade at the Swiss tonight. Good. See? Just following me, not even my trader in there, making money. So, you know, if you want to join us, we're open for you. By the way, at the end, be here Friday. We're going to talk about the upcoming course. I don't want to talk about it now. Come Friday. Make sure you come Friday and make sure you bring your friends so we can work something out. Okay. So if you don't have, I'll try to see if I can work something out for people who don't have enough money. A lot of people are calling me and telling me that. So I'll figure out something. Don't worry. Not now, though. Not in this course. Swiss is looking like a sell, USD Swiss. Yeah, I'm looking for that sell setup too. Don't sell it as yet. Wait a little. Don't have some patience. If you can sell it, if you don't have to sell it thinking that's a top, don't do it. Wait for them to show you that they're turning. Even if you get the sell here, there's a big move to the downside. So when you get the sell, you have more confidence in the trade. Right? So you will have that. You guys can do something. You can share the videos. You can invite more people to come and see it. I know a lot of you will never take the course because you can't afford it. And that's why I do these things. That's why I do the weekly webinars. Because I have 20-something thousand people in YouTube. I don't have 1,000 people in my group. I have about 800, right? I know that the next 19,000 are depending on that. They're depending on the weekly outlook so that they can have an idea. At least they can use it somehow to assist what they're doing. That's what I did because I know if they could have taken the course, they would have took it already. Right? If those 19 people could have afforded the course, they would have taken, but they can't. And I am not allowing them to take it. Some people want to take it like they have 3,000. Let me pay for your course. I'll trade. I said, don't do it. I'm telling them, don't do it. Keep your money. Your money is more important to you. I don't want it. You keep it and you watch the free stuff and learn to trade. Right? There's a lot of people who can't afford it. Any of my video has 8,000, 6,000 views, and then you have subscription a lot there. They probably viewed somewhere else. So, you know, those people, if they could have taken the course, they would be here already. So it's not always about a course. I don't know. Some people may believe that is it, but for me, if it was about course, I probably would still be, you know, I would be giving you guys 50% reduction and telling you a whole set of crap. It would be, or you can buy my platinum course, and then you can go buy my gold course, and then you can go buy my diamond course, and then you can go buy my, you ever see those trading platforms, those sites where they have about 16 different courses selling? Hey, which one will make you a trader? My question is always, which one of those will make me a trader? If that is the one, then sell that one only. We don't have a course selling. We train you to trade. I keep putting this over to traders. People ask me, where's your website? I don't have a website. I'm not into marketing. I don't have a website. Marketing, you have a website. If you're marketing yourself, you must have a website. Right? That's the number one key to marketing. I'm not into that stuff. I wait for traders to come to me. When they're ready to trade and they want to be serious, they come. Right? When traders are really serious, that they really want to be a professional trader, so lost enough money or they've bought 6 courses before now and none is working, that's when they come, and they come very shy and they said, you know what, I've probably done some, and I've, you know, can I join your course? I said, okay. Do you have a year experience? Great. Do you have money to trade with? Great. Okay, you can join. I'm marketing now. You don't buy it. If I'm so you don't want me to do the free webinar for you, right? If I'm not marketing. So let me don't do the free webinar for you. Then just left. You are not getting the marketing, right? It's easy. You left now and you wouldn't get this marketing. So one person said, if you do a free webinar for people live trading, you're marketing. So maybe I don't do tomorrow. Just an upper baby. 1 second. Just an upper limit to summer. I know just this. Хорошо? 1 second. 1 second. Папа сейчас заканчивает.
Хорошо. Я буду стоять у двери, где у нас ботинки лежат.
Ладно, давай. Right? So let's cancel tomorrow so we don't get to do any marketing. Let's cancel tomorrow, right? So no marketing. That's okay with everybody? I can cancel it and don't do any marketing for you guys. Is it possible to double your account every month? No. Anybody who tell you that is lying to you. Run away from them. See? That's it. It's easy. I can don't come here and don't do marketing. And that's the crazy stuff about it, right? Because he's right. If I'm here and you like what I do, you'll probably want to take the course, right? If I do a free webinar and you like what I do, you'll probably want to take the course. But is that active marketing? Am I coming to you? How many of you have received an email from me asking you to buy the course? Oh, 1 second. Oh, красиво. Okay, let's get some real marketing. How many of you have received an email from me saying, hey, buy my course? Give me a yes if you have received an email from me. Any one of you, give me a yes. And you will never receive one because I don't do that, right? How many of you have received a personal message from me saying, hey, take the course? That's marketing, my friend. Where is the guy who was talking about marketing? If you're marketing, you're taking people email and you're sending them spam email continuously for them to buy course. I get it in my email. I open my email and there's like 20 courses selling right now, right? I go to my message and people find it and they post a message. Hey, you may want to look at this course. I'm like, please, I don't. See the difference? I hope you can see the difference, right? That's marketing. When you're going on to people, you're finding them and you're bugging them with your course. I'm saying you want to see how I trade live, come and look at me, right? You don't want to look, don't look. It's that easy, right? I'm not even trying to force you guys to say, hey, you got to buy my course. That's it. No, I like it. This is the thing. I'm transparent. I have nothing to hide. You have to know me. I care less if anybody takes my course. You can believe that or not. And a lot of people, it's hard for a lot of people to believe this, especially people who are selling signals and selling courses. They can't understand me. They're trying to figure out, why is this guy so crazy? Why doesn't, like, he was the top trader in TradingView. Everybody would buy his course. Why didn't he just stay quiet and be there? Why is he talking against spamming and scamming and all of those things? Why am I always talking against these people? One guy actually wrote me, he said, but you're doing the same thing I'm doing. Why are you criticizing it? I said, no, we're not doing the same thing. You are spamming people with your email and you're actually scamming people what you're doing, because what you're doing is wrong and it's not working. What I'm doing is different. I'm helping traders and I'm warning them about the scammers and the spammers out there like you. And that's a big difference. That's why I can talk. I don't care. People said, don't say this because people will not come there. You know, you turn off some people. I said, hey, if you want, here's the thing. If you don't like what I do, you lose. I'm still trading. I'm still making money. My traders, the people with me, are still making money. Who doesn't make money if you don't come with me? You. One guy said, don't pay him because he will get rich. Don't pay me. My yen is making money and yours is not. Don't pay me. I'm making money. Don't pay me for the course. Good. One of my traders tripled her account last month. Ask her if she would not pay for the course again. Those are the people you have to ask. Would you take the course again? Ask her. She will tell you. It's going our way? Wonderful. No, because he's in here and he's spreading the nonsense. Like, how you don't answer them? It's just basic thing. You just have to at least let them know. You have to educate them, put it that way. So let's go. We're 90 now, right? We were 84 just now. We're 90. This is insignificant, guys. This is insignificant. Look at this every time. Is that growing? If this is not working for you, this will never grow. If your drawdowns are killing you, if you're taking losses on your drawdowns, your account will never grow. That's just a fact. If you're losing a lot of trades, your account will never grow. This is a fact, right? That's just math. That's pure math. If you're losing more trades than you're winning and you're losing big, your account is not going to grow. But if your account is growing constantly, and I mean growing constantly, all the time, every time, look at it, cash flow. If your account is growing constantly, this is drawdown. What you're seeing there is drawdown. That changes. That could go up and down like a roller coaster. That changes. If I'm taking the losses here, this account will go like that. Not like this. See the difference? If you are a professional trader, you look at that and say, oh, I see what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. If you don't, well, sorry. You know nothing about trading. Yen is going into profit, and so a whole lot of these trades are going to go. Just now, you're going to watch the Swiss go into profit. And then you're going to watch all the yen pairs, all the pound pairs go into profit either by this month end, all my pound pairs are going into profit. Every single one of them. Aussie CAD, let's do that for you. Aussie CAD, my son is here, so I come, baby. You're going to help them trade. The best trader in the world is sitting next to me here now. He will be. Papa, so you guys have to join the group. Papa, he's going to be. Anybody know Russian? Anybody here knows Russian? You heard what he just told me? He said, buy this one, sell that one. Okay, go 1 second, guys. Let me get the door. Okay, I can spend 15 minutes with you guys. My wife just came in, so let's go. Yeah, he was giving me signals. We play a game like that. When nobody is here, he'll come at me and he said, Daddy, let's play buy sell. In Russian, he said, Kupi pradai, right? So he said, let's play buy sell. And then I will point at the chart and he will tell me buy it or sell it, right? Guess what he's doing? He quickly figure out you have to look at the color of the candle. So when he see red candles, he say, let's sell it. When he see green candles, he say, let's buy it. I tell him, no, don't do that. That's not how you trade. But, he's coming up. He's going to be the best trader in the world, so don't worry. Let's go. So everything is going back. He's 3 years old. He's 3. He's about 3, 1 month, 2 months now. Yeah. So I'm starting to show him patterns, by the way. Like I'll draw the patterns and said, when you see this, it's going up. When you see that, it's going down. So you're starting to learn. Silver is going back up. Let's see. See why you shouldn't sell silver? Remember somebody was saying, look, silver is falling. So this is your learning moment, guys. I am very glad that today we have all these spikes because you get to learn something. Don't chase the candles. Don't jump into them. Don't do crazy stuff. 1 second, guys. Let's go. If you only sell silver now, you're holding your head and wondering, where should I get out of it? What should I do with it, right? So you don't jump into a candle because it's moving. That could change in 5 minutes. He'll be running a trading room very soon. No, a trading room not for him. He's going to be running a hedge fund, not trading room. My friend, please. I'm only doing this because I really like these guys. I enjoy doing the trading room. I want him to run the hedge fund. So not the trading room. Leave my trading room with my friends with me, right? He's going to be running that hedge fund for sure. My wife already said, no, he's not going to be a trader. He wants him to be an architecture. I said, no. Don't worry. We'll figure out it when he grows up. Okay, good boy. Just Papa. One second. Wait.
It's for you. Mama.
Okay.
Mama.
So you guys have a more in-depth view into my trading, right? You see exactly how I trade. So you get to see how I trade with my son too, right? All right. So this is trading. This is live. You get to see it, right? I'll probably put a camera for you the next time we do a live one. So you guys, you'll have a view of the marina. I'll try it. We'll put a camera on so you can see me, and I'll be able to see some of you too. So let's go. Watch this. Don't jump into that. That is coming. Watch this Swiss. The yen is going. For those of you who know what to do with it, it's going very nice. All right. Those of you who have a strategy how to trade the yen. Remember, you're not chasing the candle. You're chasing the pattern. There's a difference between this candle and one candle spiking. You're trading the pattern. You're not trading the candle. Let me just get that clear to everybody. When you're trading something like this, I would not sell this as yet on my strategy, but I'm not going to go into what you should do. You should have a strategy. I'm not telling anybody to sell it or so, but I'm not selling this because of this candle. This down move did not happen because of what happened in the news just now. I want you to understand this. I'm going to stress this and then I'm going to leave. This, you know, when they told us they're going to do this and they're going to go down, they start telling us from here. They start telling us from here that this is going to go down. They were telling you that for about a day now. And you were not listening. You were looking at this candle spiking up and you were jumping. Oh my God, look at that candle. Look at that big move up there in the yen, right? See what happened to that big one? Look at that candle going up and he's saying sell the yen. See? They're telling you what they're going to do. They're telegraphing it to you. We're going to go break this low most likely. And then probably lower. On the bigger picture, probably lower. Right? No, you already have a flag. It's more like a flag. I'll treat this like a flag, basically. Go to the 1 hour, that's like a flag. That's a 1 hour flag. This was a 1 hour, sorry, let me go back. This was a 1 hour flag. That was a 1 hour flag. That was a 1 hour flag. This is a 1 hour flag. But I'm not telling you to do anything, because if that doesn't go the way the way it should go, you must know how to exit it. Let's say, for example, this one. Let's say you took this and it doesn't go, you would have had to exit that trade. So I hope you understand where and when and how to exit. I think the Swiss yen should be really moving, right? Yen is going down, Swiss is going up, Swiss yen is going down really strong. Let's see if we have a setup on it, the Swiss yen. Or if we're looking for it to turn. The sell is going, let's see where it's going. They're coming to break this low. Watch this piece. They might come back to this bigger low here. They'll probably come to this level. You might get this dropping all the way to this level here. Right? So it's going to be mostly like this. I still don't like this piece in here, but that is what we'll probably go with and come back here. Right, because we're looking at a possibility for that being a contracting flat. And that's why we don't forecast contracting flat, because once it starts to come down, that is no longer a contracting flat. So we might get it all the way to this level before they go back up, and they would likely go back up because that is a big sideways move. Right, so you can actually take this out and put it here. It's breaking. You can pull this straight across here. And I would watch this area here. I'll watch this here and I'll watch this here. Let this come back here, go back up there, or let them break this low and go back up there. So this is a big corrective structure. There's a trade to the downside and there's a trade to the upside. That means watch the yen, because Swiss is not going up very much more. Watch the yen. The yen has big potential to go down. Keep your eyes on it. There was a flag here in the 1 hour. Yeah, you had a 1 hour flag here too. You might get another flag to the downside too, right? I don't think they're going to go straight. You might get another flag here. What about Euro New Zealand? Euro New Zealand is now making the bigger correction. It's going to make a bigger correction, and then you're going to get another trade to the upside. Remember, I said if you're in the trade, you need to close it. I bought the Euro New Zealand and closed it. That was yesterday's trade, right? Remember, I explained to you guys yesterday why I closed that. Let me go to the Euro New Zealand. I'll show you. So I think I was in one of this one here I bought, and I closed at the top there because I realized they're going to come back, and they started coming down deep. I closed it for break even or something like that, just slightly. And now we're getting, I warn you guys that this here is going to make a deeper correction very soon. So you've started that deeper correction here. It's going to probably do this. You might get a pullback here. You might get a drop. You might get something like this. And they're going to still go back up. This will go back up. There's no question they will get to this top, right? So you every now and then you get a deep correction, and then they're going to go. So you might get a correction somewhere to that level, and then we're going to come back here. I mean, it's not hard to see how they correct, right? Look at this. This went up to the top. Did they have a correction here, and a correction here? Well, you had one here, and you're making one here. There's a good chance that becomes a running flat, and you go back up. Look for that trade. That trade might not be this week. It might be next week. But you can look for that trade. That should be a nice trade. Do you want to sell to the downside? I don't think it's a great idea, but if you get it, you can actually, you know, see if you can manage it if you get it. If you get it, sell here. That might be a good trade. If they make a flag here, you can get a sell. So, okay, guys, I want to thank you very much for coming. We still have 2 more days, I think. Today's Wednesday. Is that correct? Yep, Wednesday. We still have 2 more days. I would see you tomorrow. You can still invite people to come for the next 2 days. If they come, they can just look at what we do. They can make their decision. If they don't like it, that's okay. Yeah, I'm not forcing anybody. Just come and look. But if more people, there's still thousands of people who were seeing it for the first time and they like it. They like the method. They like the way it's worked. They like the calmness with which you can trade. You don't have to run. You don't have to jump. You don't have to chase candles. You're not waiting for, you know, some animal in the chart. You're just looking at the structure and trading, right? So very cool, very nice. 1 month, you want to pay me? Remember, my time has value. You know, I could do it if you're going to pay me for it. If you pay for my time to watch my show, I could do a show for a month, right? I could do a show for a year if you want to pay me. I could do a 2-hour show every day for a year. How much you going to pay me for the month? Let me see what I'm worth. I'm interested, quite curious. What am I worth? How much you going to pay me for the month to do it? That's all I'm worth, $1? Like, really? 1,000 pips with 20 standard lots, that would work. I like that one, Alexander. I can do it for that, right? Some silver, yes, like 2 kg would work. You triple your account every day. Think backwards. If you can triple your account every day, can you lose 3 times the account every day? Here's the thing. If you can make 10% of your account every week, you can lose 10% of your account in any given week, right? Let's work with that theory. So if you can triple your account in a month, you can lose it in a month because you're risking that much to triple it. So that if it doesn't go your way, you lose that much. I can't do that. This is not my money. I will have to go small, my friend. I could find a trade and say, hey, let me go 50% risk in and see if I can double the account. And then the next morning I wake up and there's no account, right? No, 3 to 5 is a little small. Like, okay, I'm on an average, my account is how much? If you count what I booked already in order drawdown, that's 196 in 5 months. 5 months, yeah, it's 4.5 months, put it that way. So if in 6 months I can make 50%, that's good. I will definitely double it in a year. So let's see. This is the 5th month. Next month will be the 6th month. We'll see how it goes. So you're all here, you will see it. 3-5% is normal, but you know, if you can, I think you can do 7 sometimes. I did like 7-8% sometimes. When I'm not in drawdown, the drawdown is something where I stay too long in some months, but most of the months, if the drawdowns are not there, it goes well. And a lot of people do that. They put one trade on, they get lucky, they get 50% of their account, and the next trade blows their account because of the money management that they're using. You're using bad money management, bad risk management, that's going to happen. So I'll leave you guys with a few things. Watch the yen, watch the Swiss. CAD, forget about it, CAD, it's not going to go now. Upside, watch silver, if silver retraces back upside. Watch the pound Swiss, watch the pound CAD for downside, watch the pound dollar for downside. It's still possible, right? Pong Oz view, downside, it's going down. But once it hit that low, you got to be careful. Pong Oz, right? Pong Oz might, once they hit this low here, you got to be very, very, very careful, right? Unless they break straight through that structure. But once they hit this low here, that's it. They break that low, they can turn. So if you're going to look for a trade in the 1 hour, I don't know how you're going to get it. But if you're looking for a trade there, you got to be careful because this is all they're going to go and turn, right? New Zealand, watch. I'll be careful of New Zealand. It has to give me a good setup before I sell it, because there's a possibility that it might not go tag the low. New Zealand, I think, tagged the low already. They don't have to. So they can just be going up slowly, and then they take off like a rocket, right? So keep your eyes on them. There's a lot of trade setup. There's a lot of nice trade setups that you can get. We'll be here 2 more days, so you will see them. Don't worry. Tomorrow, we'll see what happens to the account. I want to thank you guys for coming, and thank you for sharing the videos and for inviting your friends over. I hope the new people who are in here enjoy it. See all of you tomorrow, guys. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Trade with care.